But we think, I have done this, I have managed this, but, I did this, somehow it didn't happen, because that worries me and all. Yeah, you are not the doer. Why do you worry? And when something happens, also, you can't take the credit, because it all happened because so many things, because like, the things must have fallen in place. So many other people might have worked for you and all. You just happen to be in this time. The grace of the God, what we talk about, only one. The grace of the God can be understood by only one experience, when we are at the right place at the right time, when the right thing happens to us. He has brought us at the right place at the right time. Otherwise, it would not have happened. You might have met the right person, who must have guided you to take a particular decision. It is because of the God's grace. It might not have happened to everyone. It might not have happened till the extra day. It must have happened to you today. That is God's grace. You cannot, why it has happened. God's grace comes, how it comes. More you are able to focus, more you are able to do, let me do it, let me understand it, let us go on continuous improvement. So when you are trying to have the continuous improvement in the life, then it is what is this Keynes, because what they call it, the Japanese language. This continuous improvement is the small improvement that takes place. Once you take focus on that, so you will not be bothered about, because why, it has happened like that. You will only be focusing on how to do better next time. Likewise, you will be going on doing it and all. So once you do that, once you try to have the skill and all, once the awareness is there, because something is happening, more I put into my mind, more I put into and take away the likes and dislikes, it will happen. More you become desireless, more you are free from likes and dislikes, the God's grace comes to you automatically. Why we say, we should not have likes, dislikes. All of us are still having it. It's not that we have completely be devoid of likes and dislikes. Likes, dislikes, everything, because why desirelessness things, and why we should not be desireless. The God has given you everything in the world for you to enjoy. We should not be desiring and do it. But then once you know that, because what is the purpose behind that? Is it of any continuous additional value to you? Will you be able to get anything, or will you be able to merge with what you are experiencing? Will not be. Because you've got a great purpose. The purpose will become more higher. They become nobler. As you go become that, once you being, because once you get into you add the marks, into your sheet. Once you are coming closer to 38 or so, 40 is the pass mark. God will grace you, give you the grace of 2 marks and take you out. Therefore, it's a continuous improvement. And once you do that, what happens, you become a sattvic, the proportion of sattvic quality comes in us. We are very kind, compassionate, we desist from, talking all hot words, we are talking very sweetly. We are trying to assuage the feeling of others. Because once this feeling comes to us, that we are sitting in the static train only, the other train which is moving, that is the vasanas which you have carried all that. And our job is to be here and, they complete the journey. So when you can't, because why you can't have you can have a goal in life. The goal in life is giving you some sort of inspiration to work for that. That will be there. But the goalpost will have to be continuously be shifted. You cannot hold on to that. Say, I want to get 1 crore rupees, in this lifetime. That's good enough. After reaching 1 crore, what is that? You will sit idle. Or, I want to go and have a place in, say, Himalayas, and I will be spending rest of the time there. You have a place and go there, and that's not the thing. Finally, you will have to see what best you have to go. You will have to focus on what are all the things that is immediately available in front of you. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha Tasasri Vijayo Bhutri Dhruvanitir Matirmama. The last verse of the Bhagavad Gita, when you finally says, Sanjaya says, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha Tatrasri Vijayo Bhutri Dhruvanitir Matirmama. What is that? Where the effort, the excellence, so focus is there. When Krishna is there, when Krishna is there and he is giving you the strength, he is giving you the grace, he is giving you the wherewithal. Once you focus, you will be enjoying, because the journey, it is not the end. You are not going to stop at an end and procrastinate. You will have to continuously have the journey, because the journey, the bliss is there in the journey. It's not sitting idle and all. The happiness is there in the journey. When you are able to share, care, as well as understand, learn, that is the life. That is why it is life is a sort of action. It is not a retirement. Even Bhagavad Gita, the Parthasarthi used to say, it is not a retirement plan. It is a blueprint for action. So you cannot sit idle and you will have to go about that. Our scriptures also say, Upanishads is something, after 60, when your eyesight is weak, when your hearing power goes off and, get into the Upanishad and do it, that's what, possibly we are perforce, doing it, because of our way of living and all. But then these concepts, in the younger age itself, someone has got, they would have understood. He would have understood, he would have found, the very blissful way to live. He knows what is the reality. Reality is the final bliss is in the journey. And when you are getting the grace of the God, when you are having the awareness of your own true nature, Swarupa Jnana, when you have the Swarupa Jnana only, when you will be able to get the higher. So the doership, it is basically when she say hante che manyate hantum hata che manyate hataha, in the sense no one can be killed nor you can kill anyone, in the sense you are not the doer in any case. Why do you worry? You can't kill anyone nor you can be killed, in the sense you are not the doer. The doer is your vasanas. Your vasanas what you accumulated over the period of time. The Brahman enables you to exhaust your prarabdha, all the prarabdha karmas in this birth, and as well as not to accumulate any more karmas, so that you don't have to get one more birth. But if you want to indulge in this world, God has created everything for me. I have been created by the God. It is a Charavaka philosophy. Even the people like Spinoza, they have said like that. When God has created everything, He has not created that, it has to be left idle. It has to be enjoyed by everyone and all. Do it. But then when you are doing everything and all, even then philosophy also, one thing they say in the Western world, don't do anything which you yourself would not like to get. That means you will have to live with the ambit of, the entire dharma. So when you are living within the codes, the code of conduct, and when you are living with that, then you will be living a dharmic life, because you will be enjoying the world as well as you will not be enjoying at the cost of someone else. As a famous, I have been repeatedly quoting about the Western philosopher Immanuel Kant. He said, consider every human being a full-fledged entity themselves. Don't treat them as a means. So every person who comes across to you, he is the divine personified, like you. Almost he is, because you may be having a different capacity, capability and all. He may be having a different capacity and capability which we don't understand. You think, you are only having a problem, other person doesn't have a problem. He may be fighting his own battle. Likewise, all of us are equal. Divine law of equality is there everywhere. Once you understand, there is no higher, there is no lower and all. The universal brotherhood, that is what is being brought about, in the Upanishad. Once you consider that, there is no question of, everyone is a brother, and first he was brother, and afterwards he is almost like you. He is having he is having the same qualities like you. He is having the same problems like you. He is having the same happiness to you, irrespective of the status. Because you may be some king or mighty monarch, and other may be a peevish beggar. A person may be a CEO of a big organization. Another person may be working in some small stature in another. It doesn't no difference between whatever it. Once you understand, everyone is doing what is best, what they can at that point of time. They are having their journey. You are having your journey. You enjoy your journey. Let him enjoy his journey. So there is no in the journey. It is all same. If you are able to enjoy the journey, you are the highest spiritually. If the person who doesn't have so much of a resources, even if he is able to enjoy every moment of his life, that is the highest spiritual quality in him. That is what this mantra comes. Though it apparently says, even if you are killed or if you are killed someone, neither of them are true. Because you are not the doer. Basically taking away that I am doing is basically killing the ego. The entire problem happens, we are not able to give up the ego, because we are identifying along with the body as along, because right from our childhood, we are not able to give up that habit. But once you understand, it is not that, you give up that habit and be submissive to everyone and all. You will be able to discriminative power is there and all. Wherever you will have to exhibit and employ your skill, do it. Wherever you don't have to, you don't have any need to, don't do that. You simply be focused on what is there in front of you and all. So many people, you may be not be in a particular business, but someone is doing in the business, you don't have to unnecessarily dabble in that business because you don't have any knowledge, you don't have any wherewithal. If you think it is your goal, then try to go from the scratch, try to understand from it, try to do it as excellent as possible. So you will have to do everything, and you will have to manage, you will have to give, the punish the person, and you don't have to punish, at least, you have to reward the right employees. You will have to set up, to give right advice to the person who needs improvement. All those decisions you will have to take. It is not that, you will have to be a sort of a submissive person all through the world. You employ, but with the appropriate skill, without likes and dislike. Don't have an agenda in your mind. Without agenda, you work everywhere. That is what the spirituality is. There is no agenda whatsoever. But I will be enjoying the journey.